In this video, we will have an overview of cell structure and function. All living organisms, whether unicellular or multicellular, are made up of cells. Cells, these are the structural and functional unit of life. We know that it is the smallest functional unit which can exist independently. If we will see the cells at the molecular level, these are made up of macromolecules like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and nucleic acids. Now, cells, these are of two types: prokaryotic cell as well as eukaryotic cell. These prokaryotic cells, these are the previous or primitive types of cells. These are the cells which do not have any membrane bound organelles, and the nucleus is also not well defined in these cells, like in case of bacteria. Another type of cells, the eukaryotes, they have well defined nucleus and the membrane bound organelles are there in these cells, like in case of animal cells and the plant cells. Now, let's talk about the structure of the cell. Firstly, the cell membrane. On the outer side of the cell, we are seeing that the cell is bounded by the cell membrane, also known as plasma membrane. It is a barrier that separates the cell from the outer environment. It is a bilayer of phospholipids with proteins either attached in it or impregnated in it. The cell membrane has role in signaling. This cell membrane gives protection against environmental situation. It also plays an important role in the transport of molecules inside or out of the cell. Now, we are also seeing another organelle which is bonded to the nucleus called as endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum and another one is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum, we are seeing that it does not have any membrane bound ribosomes, whereas in case of rough endoplasmic reticulum, the ribosomes are attached to their surfaces. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum, these are mainly involved in lipid synthesis, and the rough endoplasmic reticulum are mainly involved in protein synthesis due to the presence of these ribosomes. Now, another organelle is the mitochondria, which is present in the cell. We know that cells require energy, and this energy is provided by the mitochondria. This mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse of the cell, as it plays an important role in the ATP generation. If we see the structure of the mitochondria, it is a double membrane bound organelle. Now, the inner membrane, it is folded inwards and known as cristae. This cristae has ATP synthase, which is mainly involved in the production of ATP due to the proton gradient which is generated. Now, another important organelle we can see in the cell is the nucleus. Nucleus is also known as the brain of the cell. The nucleus has one dark colored structure known as nucleolus. Its main role is the production of ribosomes as well as rRNA. Now, the nucleus, it is bonded by two membranes called as nuclear membrane, means it is bilayer in structure. It has nucleoplasm, which is matrix of the nucleus. The chromatin material, which is made up of DNA, is also there in the nucleus. Now, next organelle which we can see is the vacuoles. The vacuoles are actually the compartments which are filled with water containing inorganic and organic molecules. Lysosomes are also there in the cell, which are sac filled with hydrolytic enzymes. These lysosomes degrade any of the byproducts. These are also known as suicidal bags, as if any time the cell is damaged, at that time the cell death is done by these organelles. In case of animal cells, the two centrioles are also there, which give rise to the spindle apparatus during cell division. These spindles play an important role in the separation of chromosomes during the cell division. Now, the plant, in case of plant cells, another structure which is known as cell wall is also present, which is a rigid outer layer. This layer is made up of cellulose, and this cellulose is a polysaccharide of the glucose molecules. Another organelle which is found only in case of plant cells and not in animal cell is the chloroplast. The chloroplast is the place where the photosynthesis takes place. The chloroplast has the grana molecules and matrix known as stroma. This grana molecules has the chlorophyll molecules which captures the sunlight. Now this chloroplast absorbs the sunlight with the chlorophyll molecules and combine water and carbon dioxide to produce food. During this process, the oxygen is released. So, chloroplast is mainly involved in the conversion of the light energy into the chemical energy. So, this is an overview of the cell structure. In the other videos, we will study about these organelles in more details. Thank you.